Lovers of whiskey and watchers of YouTube, I am the Malt activist and you're in luck because this is 2 videos in 2 days. Imagine that. However, there's a reason for that. And the reason is I've been waiting to review this whiskey for a really long time, and frankly, I couldn't even get my hands on it. A friend of mine did, and when he did, I said, hold on, I'm coming over right now. I need that bottle. So, as you've already guessed from the title, I'm talking about the Laphroaig 10-year-old Sherry Oak Finish. Okay, what do we know about this one? We know that it's made like the regular 10, and then for 12 to 18 months, normally I think it's 12 months, it's been finished off in European Oloroso sherry casks. Okay, how is the original 10 made? Well, I had to do a bit of digging because the literature is not really upfront and out there, but this is roughly 25% refill Oloroso sherry casks, vatted with first fill bourbon casks at 9 years old roughly, and then all blended together and then finished off for 1 year or a bit more in Oloroso, European Oloroso sherry casks. And which brings us to this. Now, one immediately good thing, ABV. That's right, 48%, the way it should be, not 40%, the way it is. So good, so 48% good, high strength good. What do we know about color and chill filtration? Absolutely nothing. We are going to assume the worst and believe that both of them took place. Even though I really don't find, the color warning on this label, which is there on most Laphroaigs, but it's not here, so maybe it's not colored. I don't know. Okay, so here's the deal. I've not even, well, this bottle is open. My friend drank it, but I've not even opened this. So I have no idea what to expect. This green bottle is not helping. It looks like iodine as far as I'm concerned, but let's do this together. All right. And that's interesting. Now, let's assume there's color added to it, which is a safe assumption. But why would they make it orange? Okay, right off the bat, very Laphroaig-y, interesting. I think we need to sort of get into it a bit more, dig in a bit more. Quite intense, quite briny. So right off the bat, my seaweed and my iodine that I associate with Laphroaig is boom, right there. As is the red licorice and the wild red berries. I have like a pancake mix, you know? Along with the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Ooh, there's a lot of red fruits. There's a lot of like cherries and berries and red apples and licorice. It's peaty, but it's nice peaty. It's smoky, but it's nice smoky. I get a lot of everything red. Like, you know when you know something and suddenly you have colors flashing in your brain? Well, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting the color red. Maple syrup. Bacon. Ooh, so much bacon. Bacon on grilled bacon. Maple syrup on top of bacon. Yeah, so this is basically a pancake with maple syrup and red berries and topped off with crispy fried bacon. And you're surrounded by smoke. Chalky, limestoney, minerally as well. That's developed over time. I say time, I mean like 2 minutes. quite an intense nose actually, you know. It's 48%, it's persisting. I want to say it's kind of alcohol forward. Some varnish in there as well, but not a bad varnish. The kind you like. Okay, so my friend who drank it said, I'm not, it's like whatever. I don't get that from the nose. I think the nose is quite promising. So what do we know so far? We know that this is a 10-year-old finished off for 12 months in European Oloroso sherry casks, and that we like the nose. And now all there is left is to put it down my throat. Chin chin. Wow, that's a lot of iodine. This is a very different Laphroaig for some reason. Oh wow, that's a huge finish. My God. Okay, decent on the palate in terms of the delivery. It's quite robust, medium to full bodied. Yeah, it's quite sweet as well. I get that maple syrup, but the maple syrup is dark. I get that pancake dough as well. The smoky wisps are there in here as well. The red fruits come in the finish. I feel the licorice and the oak slightly towards the back, a little medicinal quality to it. But man, that first sip, it was just pure iodine, you know? And in a good way. Like it threw me by surprise. It's certainly an intense Laphroaig. It's a very, very interesting Laphroaig. I didn't think that if they just finished it off in Oloroso sherry casks that we'd get something like this, but apparently we do. This is quite an interesting departure from the regular 10-year-old. This time more bacon. This time a little more salty. Hints of cardboard. This is certainly an interesting whiskey. It has a lot of flavors for you to like grab at and for you to try and figure out. So I like that about this whiskey. And the finish, whoa, nice, warming all over. I can feel it. Yeah, and it's got it's like a aftertaste of maple syrup. Again, I think maple syrup and fried bacon. Those are your two main flavor profiles, and you know, lots of red fruit dumped on top of that. Man, interesting. So I like it. I really do. I think this is quite wonderful. It's quite complex. I like the fact that it has all these different flavors just like coming at me and me trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But that's in a good way. I like that it's at 48%. I'd be ecstatic if it was non-chill filtered and non-colored as well, but let's assume that's the case. I think the extra 12 months in Oloroso sherry cask has done this spirit well. This is definitely a step up from the regular 10-year-old, for sure. Is it just the ABV that's helping us do that? If that's the case, John Campbell, you know, listen to your people. Bump that 40% up to 48 and let's get going. So yeah, so it's either the higher ABV or it's the additional 12 months in Oloroso sherry casks, and they must be some damn fine sherry casks. Because, wow. And this color, I mean, this has to be colored, right? I don't know. Now the spices come out, savory spices, like a bit of garam masala. So this is like a big bouquet, like a mixed bag of flavors, clove, mixed bag of flavors, which I like, and I think overall makes for a really interesting whiskey. So I'm glad I tasted this. I'm glad I didn't listen to my friend's opinion who didn't like it. I personally like it. And this is bold. This is the 10 on steroids. I know this is such a cliched way of saying anything, but yeah, it is the 10 on steroids. I think we have a winner. I'm glad Laphroaig didn't let me down. even though it let down my friend for some reason, and that's quite strange because him and I, we have very similar palates, but maybe he needs to sit down and chill with it for a while longer. Now milk chocolate, now dark chocolate, especially Lindt sea salt. Yes, okay, overall, I like this whiskey. I'm going to give this a solid B+, even an A-, more a B+. If you were to twist my arm, I'd give this an A-, but I think this deserves a solid B+, and that is a good thing because I think this is a good whiskey, and I have no idea how much it costs. Let's just find out how much it cost. 60 pounds. 60 pounds for a 10-year-old versus the regular 10, which is I think like 35, 40. So it's 50% more expensive. I'll let you do the math. No, I've already done the math. I mean, I'll let you make the call whether or not you want to buy it. Yeah, that's it from me. I like this whiskey. Yes. I'm glad I drunk it. I wish it was slightly sweeter, but it keeps evolving. I think I'm going to sit with it a bit more, and I'm sure I'll be able to find more flavors in here. But you know, first impressions, it's a good one, and I think if your wallet allows it, you should get it. And I'm happy to had tried this. Good day. Today's a good day. We found a whiskey we like. So thank you for joining me for this whiskey review. I'm the Malt Activist. Until next time, peace.